My name is Fernanda, and I believed my husband when he said we were broke. We need to sell the house, Brad said one Tuesday morning. The business is failing. I set down my coffee. What? How bad is it? Bad. Really bad. He wouldn't meet my eyes. I'm filing for bankruptcy next week. My heart sank. Can we fight this? Get a loan? There's nothing left to fight with, Fern. He grabbed his keys. I'm meeting with the bankruptcy attorney today. Start packing. That was 6 months ago. We sold our beautiful home in the suburbs and moved into a cramped apartment. I took a second job waitressing at night while Brad claimed he was job hunting. Then my best friend Jessica called me at 2 a.m. one Sunday. Fernanda, I'm so sorry, she said, but you need to know something. Know what? I asked groggily. Brad's at the Venetian downtown, with a woman. I sat up straight. What woman? A blonde. They're all over each other. I'm sending you photos right now. My phone buzzed. There was Brad, laughing with some young woman in a tight red dress. His hand was on her thigh. I felt sick. How long have you been there? An hour. Fernanda, they ordered a $500 bottle of champagne. He paid cash. Cash? We're supposedly bankrupt. I know, Jessica said quietly. That's why I called. The next morning I confronted him. Who's Tiffany? Brad's face went pale. What? The blonde from the Venetian. Don't lie to me. He recovered quickly. She's a business contact. We were discussing a potential partnership. At 2 a.m.? With champagne and your hand on her leg? You're being paranoid. He grabbed his jacket. I don't have time for this. Where are you going? Job interview, he said, slamming the door. But I knew something was very wrong. I called Jessica back. Can you help me? I need to follow him. Already on it. Meet me at the coffee shop on 5th. We tailed Brad to a luxury condo building across town. He went to the penthouse, Jessica whispered. Unit 2401. I felt my world crumbling. We can't afford groceries, but he's visiting penthouses? Want me to find out who lives there? Please. 2 hours later, Jessica texted me. Tiffany Morrison, 28 years old, real estate agent. That unit? She owns it. $1.2 million. My husband was having an affair with a woman who lived in a penthouse, while I worked 2 jobs and ate ramen noodles. I needed answers. Real answers. I went to see attorney Sarah Martinez the next day. Tell me everything, she said, opening her notepad. My husband filed for bankruptcy 6 months ago. We lost our house, but now I think he's hiding money. Sarah leaned forward. What makes you think that? He's spending cash at expensive restaurants with his mistress. She lives in a $1 million condo. Does he know you know? Not yet. I pulled out my phone. I have photos from last night. Sarah studied them carefully. This is enough to start digging. I'm going to recommend you hire a forensic investigator. I can't afford that. Let me make a call. She picked up her phone. Ryan? Sarah Martinez. I need a favor. Detective Ryan Cooper met us that afternoon. He was a former cop who now specialized in financial fraud. So your husband faked bankruptcy? Ryan asked. I think so, I said, but I don't know how to prove it. Did he file jointly or separately? Separately. He said it would protect me. Ryan and Sarah exchanged looks. That's convenient, Sarah said. What do you mean? If he filed alone, your assets aren't disclosed, Ryan explained. He could be hiding everything under your name or someone else's. Like his mistress? Exactly. Ryan pulled out a contract. Hire me for 2 weeks. If I don't find anything, no charge. And if you do find something? Then we bury him. I signed immediately. Ryan worked fast. 3 days later, he called me. Fernanda, sit down for this, he said. What did you find? Your husband has been transferring money to offshore accounts for 8 months. before he filed bankruptcy. My hands shook. How much? $750,000 from the business. Plus he took out a home equity loan before the sale. Another $200,000. Where did it all go? A shell company in the Cayman Islands, owned by Tiffany Morrison. I felt rage building. Can we get it back? Oh, we're getting it back. And more. Ryan sounded satisfied. This is bankruptcy fraud, wire fraud, and asset concealment. He's looking at federal charges. What do I do? Nothing yet. Let him think he got away with it. Meanwhile, Attorney Martinez is filing motions. Sarah called me later. We're going after everything, Fernanda. The house sale proceeds, the hidden accounts, even his pension. You'll get it all back. What about Tiffany? She's an accomplice. We're going after her too. For the first time in months, I felt hope. But then something incredible happened. Something that would change everything. I bought a lottery ticket at the gas station where I worked. Just one ticket with numbers for my daughter's birthday. And I won. $40 million. You won what? Jessica screamed. $40 million, I repeated, staring at the ticket. I checked 3 times. Oh my God, does Brad know? No, and he's not going to. Not yet. I called Sarah immediately. We need to move fast. Why? What happened? I just won the lottery. $40 million. Silence. Then Sarah laughed. You're kidding. I'm dead serious, and I need to claim it before Brad finds out. Get to my office, now. Sarah had me claim the winnings under a trust to keep it private. Brad had no idea. He filed for divorce yesterday, Sarah told me. What? Yep, claims irreconcilable differences. Wants to split debt only since you have no assets. I smiled slowly. He thinks I'm broke. And he's about to run off with Tiffany using your stolen money. Not anymore. I leaned back. File a countersuit. I want everything. Sarah grinned. Now we're talking. Ryan called 2 days later. Fernanda, Brad just bought 2 plane tickets to Belize, leaving Friday. Let him. Let him? Ryan sounded confused. Let him think he's won. Meanwhile, we're pressing charges. The FBI is already involved. His flight will be interesting. Wednesday morning, Brad came home acting nervous. I'm going on a business trip, he said. Might be gone a while. Where to? Miami. Job opportunity. I smiled sweetly. That's wonderful, honey. When do you leave? Friday morning. He kissed my forehead. Don't worry. Things are going to get better. Better for him, he meant. With my stolen money and his mistress. Thursday night, Jessica came over with wine. I can't believe this is happening, she said. You're a millionaire and he has no idea. He's about to find out. I showed her my phone. Sarah filed all the paperwork today. Fraud charges, asset recovery, everything. What about the lottery money? Protected. He can't touch it. When does he find out? I checked my watch. His flight leaves at 10 a.m. tomorrow. FBI will arrest him at the gate. Jessica raised her glass. To karma. To justice, I corrected. Friday morning, my phone rang at 10:15 a.m. It's done, Ryan said. They got him at the airport. Tiffany, too. Both of them? She was with him. 2 tickets to Belize, $50,000 cash in their luggage, and fake passports. I felt victorious. What happens now? Federal arraignment Monday. Judge Bennett is assigned to the case. Will I have to testify? Probably, but Sarah's got you covered. That weekend felt like the longest of my life, but Monday finally came, and I was ready to watch Brad's world collapse. The courtroom was packed. I sat behind Sarah while Brad stood next to his public defender. Judge Bennett entered. All rise. We sat down, and the judge reviewed the file. Mr. Bradley Peterson, you're charged with bankruptcy fraud, wire fraud, and conspiracy. How do you plead? Brad's voice shook. Not guilty, Your Honor. The prosecutor, Ms. Anderson, stood up. Your Honor, the evidence is overwhelming. Mr. Peterson transferred $950,000 to offshore accounts before filing bankruptcy. He planned to flee the country with his accomplice. That's not true, Brad shouted. I was going on a business trip. Judge Bennett frowned. With fake passports and $50,000 cash? I can explain. Save it for trial. The judge looked at the prosecutor. Bail recommendation? Remand without bail, Your Honor. He's a clear flight risk. Brad's lawyer jumped up. Your Honor, my client has ties to the community. He tried to leave the country, Judge Bennett said flatly. Bail denied. Next case. Wait! Brad turned to me. Fernanda, please. Tell them this is a misunderstanding. I stared at him coldly. No. Baby, please. I love you. You stole from me. You lied to me. You left me eating ramen while you spent my money on your mistress. Sarah stood. Your Honor, Mrs. Peterson requests a restraining order. Granted. Judge Bennett banged his gavel. Bailiff, remove the defendant. Brad was dragged away, screaming. Fernanda, I'm sorry, please. I didn't even look at him. Outside the courtroom, reporters swarmed me. Mrs. Peterson, how do you feel about your husband's arrest? Relieved, I said simply. Is it true you won the lottery? Sarah stepped in. Mrs. Peterson won't be discussing her finances, but she will be recovering every penny her husband stole. A reporter called out, What about Tiffany Morrison? She's being charged as an accomplice, Sarah answered. She knowingly helped Mr. Peterson hide assets. Later that day, Jessica called me squealing. Have you seen the news? No, why? It's everywhere. Husband fakes bankruptcy to run off with mistress. Wife wins $40 million lottery. You're viral. I turned on my TV. There was my face on every channel. The anchor was talking. In a stunning twist of fate, Fernanda Peterson won $40 million just weeks before her husband's arrest for fraud. My phone wouldn't stop buzzing. Even my estranged sister called. Fernanda, I saw the news. Are you okay? I'm better than okay, I told her. I'm free. 3 weeks later, Sarah called me to her office. Tiffany wants to make a deal. What kind of deal? She'll testify against Brad and return the money in exchange for reduced charges. How much reduced? Probation instead of prison. I thought about it. What does Brad get? With her testimony, 8 to 10 years minimum. Tell her yes. The final hearing was devastating for Brad. Tiffany sat on the witness stand looking terrified. Ms. Morrison, did you help Mr. Peterson hide assets? The prosecutor asked. Yes, she whispered. Speak up, please. Yes, I helped him. Tears ran down her face. He told me his wife was horrible and they were getting divorced anyway. Did you know he was committing fraud? Not at first, but when he transferred the money to my account, I knew something was wrong. Why didn't you report it? Because I loved him. She looked at Brad. I thought we'd start over together. You're a liar, Brad shouted at her. This was your idea. Judge Bennett slammed his gavel. Mr. Peterson, one more outburst and you'll be removed. Brad's lawyer looked defeated. Your Honor, we'd like to request a plea deal. Denied. We're proceeding to sentencing. Judge Bennett turned to Brad. Stand up. Brad stood on shaking legs. Mr. Peterson, you orchestrated an elaborate fraud scheme. You stole from your wife, lied to the court, and attempted to flee the country. I hereby sentence you to 12 years in federal prison. Brad collapsed. No, please. Your Honor, I have a family. You should have thought about that before. The judge looked at me. Mrs. Peterson, would you like to make a statement? I stood up slowly. Your Honor, my husband made me believe we were broke. I worked 2 jobs. I ate ramen for dinner. I sold my grandmother's jewelry. My voice got stronger. And the whole time, he was spending my money on his mistress, planning his escape. He didn't just steal money, he stole my dignity. But he didn't steal your future, Judge Bennett said kindly. No, he didn't. I looked directly at Brad. I'm filing for divorce. You'll get nothing. And I'm taking back everything you stole, plus damages. Fernanda, please! Brad reached for me. I made a mistake. I still love you. You don't love anyone but yourself. I turned to leave. Enjoy prison. Sarah grabbed my arm as we left. You did great. How much am I getting back? All of it. Plus the court ordered him to pay $500,000 in damages. From where? He's broke. Sarah smiled. His parents' house. They co-signed his business loans. Oh. They're not happy. Outside, Jessica was waiting with champagne. My best friend is rich and single. Ryan walked over, grinning. Congratulations, Fernanda. Justice served. Thank you both. I couldn't have done this without you. What are you going to do now? Jessica asked. First, buy back my house. I popped the champagne. Then maybe take a real vacation. Paris sounds nice. Not Belize? Ryan joked. We all laughed. My phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I'll change. I love you. Brad. I blocked the number immediately. Jessica watched me. Feel good? Better than good. I took a sip of champagne. I feel free. Looking back, I realized this wasn't about revenge. It was about justice. Brad thought he could destroy my life and walk away with his mistress and my money. He thought I was weak, but I fought back the right way, with lawyers and evidence and the law on my side. And that lottery win? That wasn't luck. That was the universe saying, you deserve better. Have you ever had someone underestimate you, only to watch karma destroy them? Sometimes the best revenge is just living well and letting justice take its course. Like and subscribe for more stories about people who refused to be victims and fought back the right way.